Hey, what's up YouTube? Dragon Taco 7 here, and today I'm going to be talking about the cards that are probably causing the most debate in the community right now. That's, of course, Premature Burial, Soul Charge, and Monster Reborn. As it stands, Soul Charge is currently at 3, and Premature Burial, along with Reborn, are both banned. Just a little history behind these cards. There was a time where Monster Reborn and I'm actually not sure about Premature. I'm not sure if these were released at the same time, but they were limited. I think they were both limited at the same time. And then, come the first ban list, Monster Reborn was actually forbidden, and Premature Burial went to 1. I mean, well, it was always at 1. And yeah, because pretty sure Premature Burial was in the first sets. It was around Goat Control, so I know that much. So, for the longest time, Premature Burial was just considered a more balanced Monster Reborn because it was an equipped card. And, it was kind of a prototype for Soul Charge because it required a life point cost. 800 life points for one monster. I guess it kind of seemed like it was a fair price back in the day, but now it's at 1,000 life points per monster. So, Premature Burial, was considered the most, balanced monster revival. Basically a spell version of Call of Haunted, but, because it is a spell, it is better. Somehow, Call of Haunted was still limited at a 1. Then, Bryonac came out, and people, could do ridiculous loops with Premature Burial, because unlike Call of Haunted, Premature Burial only destroys a monster if it is destroyed, if it's returned to the hand, or even if it's banished. Which led to some loopholes. It doesn't destroy the monster. So summon Bryonac, activate Premature Burial, bring back a monster, discard use Bryonac's effect, bounce it to your hand, and you get to reuse it essentially. And assuming your opponent didn't have an MST, or else they would hit the first time Premature Burial, it was essentially a Soul Charge. But now things have changed. There is no Bryonac. It is banned. And while there are cards that can abuse it, like Zephyros, I guess would be the most what's the word I'm looking for? Zephyros would be probably like the most relevant way to abuse it, because you can tech it into shadows just because it is dark. It's not going to end up being it's not going to end up being worse than Soul Charge. You're still paying life points, granted less. It's 200 less than Soul Charge per monster, but it's not. But it still has the off chance of being destroyed by MST, or even a morale tech, as opposed to Soul Charge. The only thing that stops it is Solemn Warning. So right off the bat, I feel like anything else that can abuse this card, Miss Valley Soldier, and Alien Golgar, something like that, Alien Synchro thing. If it can boost aliens, great. For the longest fear, people didn't want to bring this card back because they thought it would break Infernities, but Infernities are more broken with Soul Charge. But right now, it's kind of an obvious, to me, it's an obvious decision which one's more balanced, and it's Premature Burial. Sure, it is searchable, but Hidden Armory is a very balanced card because it costs you your normal summon or set. So, you bring back a monster, but you can't summon it. You can't summon another one. And then there's Monster Reborn. Between these two cards, it's a very, very, very hard argument. Most people, they just without putting any thought into it, they're like, oh, Monster Reborn is obviously the most balanced card, so just bring this back and ban Soul Charge. My guess is those people just have a nostalgic attachment to Monster Reborn, so They just want to play with old cards. The same reason, people are always like, bring back Pot of Greed. It's gonna help everybody, so why not bring it? Those people are idiots, but, their mentality is they want to play with these old cards that they had through childhood. So, bring back Monster Reborn. Why not? The thing is, Monster Reborn is a sack card, and Soul Charge isn't. Yes, you can go +4 with Soul Charge, but it's going to be at a very hefty cost. To go +4, you're going to need 5,000 life points. If you go, which you don't even see people's Soul Charge for more than 2 monsters anymore, just because of the way the format is. Last format, yeah, Dragon Rulers, uh, even Hat. You saw Hat bring back a ton of monsters, but you don't see Burning Abyss. Burning Abyss. I think most people only play one. Sentinel Knights play two, but they usually don't revive more than 2 monsters. And Shadal's other monsters are really worth reviving. Unless you're gonna synchro with the tuner guy. But then again, it's not really a huge advantage unless you're going to Arcanite. But that it's not an auto sack card because you still have to give up your battle phase. Monster Reborn, you don't, and these 2 cards require you to only allow for you to bring back monsters from your graveyard. Whereas Monster Reborn, you take your opponent's monster. It's 2 of the top 3 decks right now run Chaos Monsters, arguably one of the most powerful cards in the game. So, this becomes a real sack card. Bringing back your opponent's Chaos Sorcerer, or even better, their BLS. And against players, people who aren't even playing those decks, they can bring back their opponent's BLS for game, and that just makes them a sad panda, essentially. So yeah, it's a real hard debate between these 2 cards. Like I said, between Soul Charge and Premature Burial. It's Premature Burial obviously gets this. Without a doubt, gets the most balanced one between these 2. It's another tough choice. And if you're wondering, oh, why isn't it as easy as comparing it to Soul Charge? Well, because I said, Soul Charge is balanced because you give up your battle phase. But with this, the possibility of it being abused versus, it being able to be MST'd versus just a one, just a one revival, one sack. Not many things can stop it. But just because I feel these 2 are pretty evenly matched, and Premature Burial seems more balanced than Soul Charge. Pretty sure there's some rule at algebra where if A is equal to B, and C is greater to B, then C is greater than A, or something like that. So I would think that the best move, the most balanced move, would be to bring back Premature Burial to 1, and Soul Charge gets banned, along with Monster Reborn staying banned. Just my thoughts. I doubt that's what would happen, but that's what I think should happen. At least I can admit that this is what I think should happen as opposed to what I would want to happen. More than likely, though, Soul Charge will probably just get limited or stay at 3, and these 2 would stay at 1. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Konami's still making money off of Dragons of Legend, and they only care about their profits. So, till next time, YouTube. See ya.